what's up guys? Today I wanted to do something a little bit different than my usual content going forward, and I just wanted to go over some of my favorite books because knowledge is power. And I think it's really important to just kind of really educate yourself on just anything you're interested in. So I have a few books that I want to go over, and they're not in any particular order, just certain books that I really liked, enjoyed. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first book I wanted to start with is Jackie Robinson and the Year of the Boar. Actually, it reads In the Year of the Boar and Jackie Robinson, you dumb idiot. I read this when I was in elementary school, I think. I don't know, it's just stuck with me ever since. So it follows this, I forget her name, I haven't read it in a long time, but it follows this little girl who is living in somewhere in Asia. I think it's China? Yeah. So she's living in China. She's following Jackie Robinson on the Dodgers. And basically, it's just such a touching story of this little girl who just wanted to be a baseball star and just loved baseball so much, and how she ended up loving Jackie Robinson for his work and the time he put being a star. And it's just such a beautiful, poignant story about just being a child, you know, and I really like it for that. I don't have too much to say about it because I haven't read it in ages, but this is definitely one of my favorite books, and I would recommend it to anybody. Alright, next up we got Anne Frank's Diary. This is another book I haven't read in a long time, but I read it in middle school, so it's a little bit more recent. And this is kind of the book that really started my love for reading. I'm very on and off with reading. I'll read a lot for months and then I won't read for a lot of months. But this was one of my favorite books for a very long time. And I guess it still is, but it was my number one for a very long time. And the reason I love this so much is because it's so human, and it's about, the story of Anne Frank and how she wrote her diary. I think it's a little bit invasive to publish that, but I think it's very important that it was published because it really gives a side to how horrific and horrible the Holocaust was. And it's told from the perspective of just a 13-year-old girl. You know what I mean? And it's she was murdered for nothing. And it's heartbreaking. Really, this book is heartbreaking, but it is such an important read for people who just want to understand what it means to be human, really. And I think this can connect with people on so many different levels because of just how she's able to articulate her feelings and be poignant about all these different things in her life. If she survived, she probably would have been such a renowned author, really. But yeah, it's crazy to see just her thoughts as the war escalated and escalated and escalated until she eventually got captured. And yeah, it's really a beautiful, beautiful book. And it's heartbreaking, and you feel so many different emotions while reading this. And yeah, I would recommend this to anybody who's just interested in history. So yeah, this is a great read. Next book we have Jurassic Park. I bet a lot of you didn't know this was a book because I didn't. But I was recommended to this by a friend. Shout out my friend. I'm not gonna expose his name, but shout out him. And I actually finished reading this 2 days ago. And this book, this is amazing. This is the shit right here. This has to be in my top 2 books. And I haven't read a lot, but this is definitely up there. So if you know the story of Jurassic Park, the movie, I hate to break it to you, but the movie compared to the book, the movie's fucking awful compared to the book. I'll be 100% with you. The book is just incredible. It goes through this whole crazy... It really captures the imagination of a child because it's oh my gosh, what would happen if humans were with dinosaurs? Obviously you'd get fucking eaten. And And it's just crazy. It's like crazy how this was crafted, you know, because Michael, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. It's clear that he understands paleontology and science and biological anything. I'm not a science person, but it's clear he understands that, and it's clear he did research on it. And it really allows him to write with so much authority. There was so much in here that I was just kind of lost. A lot of like the explaining of like the development and the chromosomes and the blah blah blah, you know, the science stuff. And it doesn't matter though, because I still get the idea of it, you know. And it's so fascinating. And it's so like, holy shit. Like the whole time I was reading, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? There's just so many crazy scenes in here. It didn't make it into the movie because obviously it was too dark. Spoiler warning. I'm giving you a warning, so don't say I didn't. But there's a scene in here where Tim, the little boy, he was behind a waterfall with his sister, escaping a T-Rex. And the T-Rex stuck its head through the waterfall and started like tweaking out, and then he stuck his tongue out and started dragging Tim to his mouth. And it was fucking terrifying to read that, because could you imagine? Oh my gosh, there's so many gross and gory things in this book, but it is amazing. I eat this shit up, and I cannot wait to read the second one. But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 book. Would recommend to anybody. It is incredible, and it just really like, it's long. I mean, it's longer. It's not the longest, but it's longer. And it's just, it is such a trip, man. This is my shit right here. My fucking shit. And please do yourself a favor and read this book. I don't want to go into too many details about like everything, and I'm sure you know the story because of the movies, but the story is different in the book. There's a lot of different things that happen, and again, I don't want to go into it too much, but I would say in the movie there's only like maybe 4 or 5 scenes that like actually happen in the book. If you're watching the movie by itself, then it's fine, but it's amazing. So yeah, please do yourself a favor and read this book. It is mwah, mwah. Next on the list, we got The Crucible by Arthur Miller. This is actually a play, and I'm really into reading plays for some reason. Like, I think they're cool. So I actually brain farted while I was doing the recording and could not explain the story very well, so I'm doing it in a voiceover. And basically, it just takes place in New England in the 17th century in Salem, Massachusetts. And it follows Elizabeth, who was accused of being a witch during the witch trials because they were accusing pretty much all women of being witches for just doing anything. So yeah, that's just kind of, I had to do this because I am a fucking idiot and messed up on the recording. So yeah, there we go. It's a little bit of a hard read because it's Old English. So it was a little tricky for me, but I got through it. And yeah, it's like really like riveting the whole time. I really want to see the play, but they're not on tour right now, and I think it's probably going to be expensive, so I don't know. It's easy to picture, you understand what's going on. Most of it takes place in the woods and how they're accusing her of being a witch. This, you do not want to live through this. Like, what the fuck? They like burn you at the stake because they think you're a witch because you like are we fucking serious right now? But yeah, that's my piece on this book. I don't remember all the plot points. I haven't read it in a long time, but it is very good. So, we are going to the next book. Alright, second to last book, we got Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five. I read this pretty recently as well. I read it in like a week. It was crazy. But it's like, you can see it's like pretty easy to read. The language is simple. It's really spaced out, font is big. Spoilers for this one because I actually remember it. It follows Billy, and how he's kind of like a time traveler. He just like kind of blinks and he time travels, which is really interesting. Like it just happens randomly. And everything in his life is told from a different period of time basically, so it's like not linear. So it's like you get the scene of where he dies way before you get the scene of what happened before that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, it can get kind of confusing in that way. But I just really liked the simplicity of it and just like the trauma he went through from being in the war and going to the slaughterhouse, and then obviously getting abducted by the aliens, and then his whole thing with the naked woman, and like just like how he dealt with all that was like really, really interesting to me. And it's a very simple read. It's not like, oh, it's so profound, like it's simple and it's a cool story. It's a cool concept, and I really ate it up. He was basically in World War II. He got captured by the Russians, I believe. No, sorry, the German. He got captured by the Germans, had to go to the slaughterhouse. Germans or Russians? Now I don't remember. Oh God, I'm gonna get eaten out. But this book is fucking sick. I love it. Slaughterhouse-Five, pretty popular book, but yeah, would recommend it. It's very good. Alright, final book, and actually, this is my favorite book of all time. My number one as of now. The more I read, who knows. But this is Phantom of the Opera. And this is probably the most girly thing about me, that I love Phantom of the Opera. I haven't seen the play. Too expensive to go. But I didn't know that it was actually a book before. It's crazy. I found this book at Barnes & Noble. It was like just randomly set somewhere where it wasn't supposed to be, and I was like, I have to buy this. And this book is incredible. What I find really interesting about this book is the author was actually a journalist, and this story came about because he went to do research on the phantom ghost, or the opera ghost, in the Paris Opera House. And so that was a real life story, and like people were saying that it was haunted, there was this ghost, and there were so many accounts of it, of crazy paranormal things happening. So while I was editing, I realized I was just yapping and not really explaining the story. But basically the story is just about Christine Day, who is a singer at the opera house, and the Phantom of the Opera is a literal ghost that wants to take Christine in because he thinks she's beautiful and he has never found the love of his life. And then it goes through this whole journey of how she gets captured through a mirror. And then the love of her life, Raul, has to come and save her. And then it's just like this whole crazy story. And I don't know, I find it really interesting. He says, if you don't marry me, I will kill the love of your life. And it's like, holy, whoa, fucking loser. Like, what are you doing? Like, you are so down bad that you have to go for somebody who doesn't want you. You're forcing her to. I'm making jokes right now because if you read the book, you understand why. And he's like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill myself. Blah, 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 blah. If you can't marry me, we're both gonna die. It's just funny to me because it's like, holy shit. But, you know, I was making fun of it throughout the book, like while I was reading. And then when spoilers, when I get to the end and I learn that he was just a lonely soul, and he was so ugly that he had to cover his face with this mask. He just wanted love, you know what I mean? And that was heartbreaking. And he ended up just, it was just really, really sad because it's like he was alone his whole life, and that's what led him to act like such a freaking maniac. And yeah, it's really, really gut-wrenching. And I think this story is just very human for that, because it's like, yeah, it's down bad, it's goofy, like it's not the most realistic thing, but it is, you understand the motive, you know what I mean? And this is also a horror, which I think is cool. This is the only horror book I've read so far. And yeah, it's just, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's very deep, and I just couldn't get enough of it. I read this really quickly, and I was like, it blew me out of the water, and I was like, oh my gosh, this shit is amazing. Same way with Jurassic Park. It's just so fucking good. And it's just kind of about Christine's relationship with the Phantom of the Opera, named Title Drop, and then how the love of her life, Raoul, has to come and save her from the Phantom, you know? And it's just such a harrowing, like, love story. I don't know how to describe it. I really ate this shit up. And I really, really want to go see the play now. But yeah, it is very, very good. Anything I could say has probably been said before, because this shit is incredible. But yeah, that concludes all the books I wanted to share today. Right now I'm reading Shawshank Redemption, and I have a bunch of books I need to read. So maybe I'll come back and do some more reviews later. But yeah, just praising all of these books, praising all of them. Mwah. And yeah, if you have any more book recommendations, please let me know in the comments. I will be open to them because I am still a new reader. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.